Just a second. Hello on YouTube. I greet you all. I greet you all on Facebook. My name is Vimbai Chiwuswa. I'm here as a life coach for you this evening. We are doing episode 17. Episode 17, I think it was. Yes, there are so many of these episodes that I'm actually losing track myself. Isn't that amazing? Yes, okay. So, jokes aside, today we are doing episode 16, right? And this is a repetition of the session that I had on Thursday, where we were talking about self promotion, like how to promote yourself. Okay, so today earlier on I had episode 17 where I was talking about life sessions where I was talking we've made it, sharing their experience. Okay, and this is the English version for those who don't speak who don't speak Shona and Ndebele. Had a session on this. So yes, you are very welcome, and I'm happy to be here again. Okay, so as usual in these sessions, it is still the same theme that we are following, and we are continuously developing it. To say follow your dreams, right? As you are following your dreams, there are stages and steps that you are taking. So now we've come so far as to the position where you have to promote yourself, whether it's you as a person, be it like in your professional being, right? That's one. Or you are promoting your business, or you're promoting the services that you're offering. It's you who is leading whatever that it is that you're doing, right? You're not waiting for somebody to come from somewhere and discover what you are doing, but what a fabulous business person that you are, what a fabulous professional that you are. But it's you who is going out there and say, hello guys, look, I am here and this is what I can do. This is me. This is what we are talking about. Because we are saying you have to you have to go out there. Don't wait. There are so many platforms that you can use. So this is what we are talking about, right? To say, okay, let's just dive into this massive, massive world of self promotion, self marketing, you can name it, self advertising, if you want to call it. So yes, that's what we are talking about, right? So I'd say like we can look at kind of three big groups. One being the first group being using word of mouth. Right. How do we use word of mouth? Word of mouth just means you are telling people, hello, Changizai, it's so good to have you. Right. That's a blessing to have you around. Okay, and everybody else who's in here, thank you for coming in and thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you. So, if you have questions, do send them in, and then we'll be working on them as we are going. Suppose I say something that you don't understand. Okay, so we're saying word of mouth still is one of the most cheapest and most effective way of self promoting. Okay, we start by going to places. Every one of us does go some places where you meet people, right? Just don't go there and stand in the corner feeling sorry for yourself and just listening to what others are saying about their businesses and how they are managing. Go out there, be prepared, have your business cards in your pocket, and tell people what you're doing. Tell people what you've been up to. And at least those who care to listen, okay, that means as you are telling people what you're doing, you are actually selling yourself, right? Either you are telling them as this is what I'm doing so that they just know the information. Or if you were prepared before in like sometimes for some functions you already know who's going there. You've already made your research to know who do you want to see. That's another way. That when you are going to some of these functions, you already have a list of people that you think I have to hook up with this, I have to network with this person. So when you are going there, you are already prepared, right? That's one way of doing things, that when you go there, you introduce yourself like, hello, I am so and so. This is the line of business that I'm doing. If you don't have that opportunity to create that list, when you go there, use your mouth and just talk. Talk to people. Hello. Don't wait in the corner so that people come to you and say, hello, I am so and so. What do you do? You can wait, but that way you won't be very effective. Because remember, we said we want you yourself to be to tell people, get in touch with them, get in contact with people. All right. You never know. Maybe on that day nothing will happen, right? They will just know they met this person. But believe me, somewhere down the line, people talk to each other. They might hear somebody who's looking for services that you offer. And then they will remember they once spoke to somebody like you. And then you hear a call coming from a second, fourth, fifth person who you're thinking, but I don't even have a clue. Who are you? And then only to remember, that, oh, I was given your name by so and so from. And then you remember, oh, that was that person that I once saw. Okay, so that's what you can do. Okay. To say when you get to gatherings, it can be church functions, it can be party functions, it can be political functions, it can be even in the bus. If you can talk to people, talk to people. There are people everywhere. Okay. Take that opportunity and make use of it. It won't cost you money, but it will actually create more for you. Okay. So that's one session. And then the other one that we are talking about, excuse me here, it looks like one of my sessions is missing. Let me just see if I can if I can bring it up. Okay, well, at least I'm taking out. Okay, like no, it's fine. All right then. So that was one way of saying, like, you're using this opportunity where you are meeting people. The other cheaper way, if you already have a logo, right? It can be a cap, it can be a t-shirt, it can be a formal shirt or formal blouse. What will stop you from having your company details labeled on there? Don't we all put on clothes written other big names in the market? Remember, I'm not saying don't put on label names with other people, but I'm saying, why not use that same way to promote yourself? That you are a label yourself. Create your own label. And then you put it there. And then as you're walking around, somebody somewhere will come and ask you, hey, what is this? And then you have an opportunity to explain it. Okay, and then you tell it really well because they've come to you and they've checked with you, and then you tell them what you're selling. Okay, it is yourself or your products or whatever you are selling, whatever you stand for. Okay, why do you think political parties have labels with their names on them? Why do you think shops have got plastic bags? Imagine a carrier bag with the names of their shops on them. Why do you think, even if it's just a khaki bag that you can put, the moment you get into your home, you chuck it in the bin, or you use that as a rubbish bin when you get to your house? But they thought from the time you leave their shop until you go to your house, you get to your house, how many people will see you carrying that plastic bag? How many people will start thinking, oh, what's about this shop? Or who is this person? You know what I mean? So that's exactly the thing. Carry your own label, right? Put it somewhere. Like I said, it can be, what kind of clothes you put on. It can also be a handbag. It can also be a career bag. I don't know what you want to do, but see that this label of yours, you are carrying it around. Carrying your own label, it means you believe in it yourself, right? So that's one way of doing it. And then, yeah, so that's simple marketing or easy marketing, a cheaper marketing tool. Let me put that. It's a cheaper marketing tool. Okay, it will cost you a little bit to get it created, but then once you have it, you have it. Okay, so that's that one. And then the second group we are going to talk about today is the traditional use of traditional media. Right, with traditional media, I'm talking of like the magazine, like the magazines, like those paper ones that we used to buy in the shops, or the newspapers, those kind of media. Those still works. Though we might want to think, it's easy to go online. Even if you go online, some of these magazines or these newspapers, they are also online, right? But some people still prefer to buy a hard copy and sit there and read the hard copy. So what will stop you it will cost you a little bit of money, or it will cost you real big money, depending with what you are doing or how big your article is. But that media still works. Don't take it for granted. It does still work. It's only about your pocket, how much you are prepared to pay. Okay, so that's one way. And then the other one will be on the media. It can also be using the radios. It still works to give your adverts on the radios. You still pay, but those still works under that group. And then we have on newspapers again. So on newspapers again, not all newspapers are paid for. There are some newspapers that are not paid for. That means I'm talking of local newspapers in some areas, right? So that means check in the neighborhood that you live in the city that you are that you live. There are some community magazines. It can be community little newspapers or big newspapers from the communities. And sometimes you can also check with shops, like these big shops that have their own magazines. You know what I'm talking about, right? That let's say like here in the UK, Tesco, they all tend to have their own Tesco magazines. Sometimes talk to them and see if you cannot put your advert on them in their magazine. Sometimes you don't pay for something like that, but you have to check who offers that service for free, right? Because they want other people to see. And then talking of those kind of things in the shops, before I forget it, in the shops, normally there is a board, a small board or a big board at the door. What that takes adverts as well. What will stop you from making your adverts and going and leave it in the shop with the contact details and whatever you are selling? So that's another way of saying, hello, I'm selling this, or I'm sorry, and so I'm offering these services. You go and leave it in the shop by that board. I'm not saying go pasting things everywhere, you get punished for that. But there are boards in some shops where you can put your information. Just remember that one is a little note on that. Okay, so yeah, that's a quick marathon on that because we have like a real bigger group that we're going to talk about. That's got so many little parts. That's why I'm kind of rushing through. Okay, so the next big one that is more like the runner these days that everybody who's selling services or selling products should have known or should is already trying them. Or if you haven't started, then it's high time you get started as well. So we are talking of social media. All right. Before we go deeper into social media, there's one thing that I want to talk about before I go deeper into that. Let me not forget your own website. Create your own website. I will get back to the social media sorry before, otherwise I tend to forget your own page. But create your own website. These days you can just go online and then just Google if you don't have one and you don't have the expertise to create a website from scratch. There are already templates. There are already templates online that you just have to register and then you can use them as long as you are not putting your own address at the whole, like you left Vimbai Chiwuswa at vimbaichiwuswa.com. If I don't do it like that, then you can get them for free. Okay, but then that would mean at the end they want it to be like Vimbai Chiwuswa, life coach Vimbai Chiwuswa, dot something something something, depending with which platform I have used, because they would want their name on there because they are offering you that platform and that service for free. So because you have their name in your page, that means you are making adverts for them as well, which is not bad. So it's a win-win. You are winning as well because they've given you the platform to put your things, and they are winning as well because everybody who's on your website will get to know about them as well. So that one is not bad. It's a win-win situation. Okay. So do use that one. It does work. And once you have developed and you are more courageous and you are making big monies, then you can go on and change, even using the same people to say, okay, guys, now I'm confident enough. I want my own Vimbai Chiwuswa at the end. I don't want your name as well at the end. You can do that. But for a start, you can go with that. They are quite easy to use. Okay, I'm not promoting anybody, so I won't be saying names, but they are there. You just have to Google free websites with templates and then you get them. Okay, that's user friendly. That's one way of doing it. The other way is to really get professionals to create a proper website for you where everything is tailor made. It will cost you a bit of money, but they are quite good. Okay, so that's another way of doing it, to say like, you really pay like professionals and they create a website for you. And remember, this website is selling instead of you talking, because you are not there to be talking. So the website will be talking for you. So what you are putting there is the what is standing out there, is standing in for you. So make sure your website is professional. All right, because it's just like if you walk into a shop and you find it's not clean and you find some things are tattered, you won't stay there long. You will just vanish. So that's the same applies to this website, and this thing applies to everything that else that is coming in, like now from this moment on. To say, make sure whatever content, whatever you're showing there is up to standard. Otherwise, it will be a way of saying like this person is not professional enough, and then people run away from you. Okay, so let's go back to social media. I already announced it. This is the third big group, social media. By social media, we are looking at most of these big groups that are being networks, platforms that are online now, that are being used to sell, to communicate, to contact people. All right, there are so many of them. Right, and today we will try and just introduce a few ones, because the list is really long. We won't be able to exhaust the whole list today, but we will just talk of a few common ones and a few, like, the must know, right? And then the rest of them you Google. Not only, like we say, Google in this case means Google is a search engine. I hope we all know that. So in this case, when we say Google, it means just go online and check, right? Go online and find on any one of these search engines. It's Google, it can be Yahoo, it can be, you name them. There are all many of them, search engines. Use them to search for information. So when I say Google, please don't think I'm only referring to Google. You will use whatever search engines that you normally use. I think there's like the Safaris and all of them. Okay, so yeah, what are we looking at here? So we are looking at the Twitters, the Instagram, the Facebooks. We are looking at the blog, the LinkedIn, and there are so many of them. So, but we'll try and go step by step to see and introduce a few of them to us. So we say, like, why are we doing this? One, why use the social media? We are using the social media because it's the cheapest way of and the cheapest and fastest way of contacting so many people, i.e. that tailor made, because you can actually search who exactly you want to look for, right? Or you can just throw it there and say to everybody who cares to read, who has the time to look, right? But then you are more effective if you tailor make your tailor search your and target your marketing, your market, the people that you want, your target market. Okay, we'll get into that. Okay, so like when we're saying online presence, we are talking of millions and millions and millions of people who are active, right? So let's just say anybody who has a smartphone today, just think of it. How many times or minutes do you spend a day looking at internet? Like, it can be you're on YouTube, it can be you're reading your whatever, you're reading your emails. While you are reading your emails, some advert pop. You didn't ask for it, and it just pops. Why do you think somebody's you making time to do that? Because they know you are looking, right? You might not react there and then say like, oh, I want this, but you might even click it away. But chances are high that you will come back to that thing. Okay, and then you buy something somewhere. The next thing you know, you are now having so many. Hello, Jason. You now have so many adverts about traveling to so and so place that are now following you. Start wondering, where is this coming from? It's not by chance. It's actually well calculated. Yeah, because they know people are spending so much time on the social media. That's why we are also now going in to say, like, you know what, you want to promote yourself today, there isn't any better way than using these different platforms that are there. That's why you should do it as well. Okay, and it won't cost you anything. In most cases, it just costs you your emails, your details to, like, open up a page, and then you get started. When you start maybe higher service or extra services, that's when you start maybe supposed to pay. But otherwise, if you are just introducing yourself and having your pages, selling here and there, you will be fine. Okay. And some of them they don't even charge you extras for using their media. Like I said, in some cases, when you start looking for extra sausages, that's when you start paying. Okay. So, and it is important to say, how are you presenting yourself? Like I said, if I was walking around, right, with a grimy face, looking so scruffy, okay, people might look at me because they think like, is this? What is this? Right? Why is she looking like that? Right? That's another way, although it's not the nice way. Or you look well, and then they're thinking, interested. I would want to know who is this person. You see, so that's the same thing with our website. Our images that we put on the profiles, on the different social media that we have, they have to speak something about us. They will tell words. They will speak words. They represent us in that platform that you are putting. If you want people to look at you in a particular way, then put information, images that looks that particular way. To be sure people will link you with that, right? And like okay, I'll give you an example. Like myself, let's say I want to be no. Okay, I am a life coach, right? Imagine how will it look if I would start putting my pictures there with everything, me walking around as if I have been born, just as I have been born. And then I'm saying, hello, I am life coach Vimbai Chiwuswa. I might offend some people, right? I'm not saying people shouldn't walk naked. There are some cultures that walk naked. It's fine. But I'm saying in this case, it will be counterproductive to this profession that I'm trying to portray. To say, like, this is life coach, so I would want to look a bit decent, right? Okay, my hair might look whatever, but I have to have a particular picture that I want to show. That's what I'm talking about. So choose your pictures properly. Choose the images that you want people to see about you, because images speak louder than words. And images, once you put it on, remember, once you put something online, it just doesn't vanish, right? You might delete it off your screen, off your computer, but somewhere, somebody already has it. Okay, so be careful with that. Okay, so when you are putting vocabulary, sometimes, talking of content, you might fall short of how to describe something really well, right? And using the jargon of these days, or using the words of these days, right? Sometimes it helps to go onto these search engines. Okay, I'll try and avoid continuously saying Google. Look in these search engines. Okay, you will find that most of them, they already have trendy words that are being used to describe that product that you want to sell. So make you get inspiration from that and pick some of those words, right, that are being used in your particular department there, all right, or your particular field. Because if you just use jargon is good, but then only people who are in the same field will understand you. If that is what you want, then you are okay, continue with the jargon. But if you want somebody who's not a specialist in your field to get interest, to have a look in what you're doing, then try and do sometimes simple language is easy to understand, right? Then simple, clean languages for everybody to understand you. I think that way you will win more. And then those who want to know even deeper might come back and ask you, say like, but what about this? And then you can come up with all your jargons, to show that you really know what you are doing. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. Okay, we have to understand our market, right? Like, understanding the market, it means you have to know who exactly are you looking for. Tailor make your product to fit a particular market, right? So because like I said, there are millions of people on the websites, on the social media. But not all these millions of people are interested in what you're selling. But depending on how you put it, you can make a target market to say, okay, I am targeting this particular market, or I'm targeting this particular, it can be gender, it can be age groups, it can be professionals, or a profession that you're targeting. Know who exactly you are looking for. And once you know that, you will be able to go into those areas where they hang around. And then once you know because you know who you are looking for, you will know where to look for them. And you go there with your product and say, hello, this is me, right? Imagine, let's say I'm selling like earrings, yeah. And then I'm selling earrings, and then I take my earrings and go and try and sell them to a market that doesn't even believe in putting on earrings. I'm not going to be successful. No, right? So know your market, because there are different groups. If you want, just try and type, be it like, let's say you want people who are I would just say like the ragamuffins. You want people who put on all everything is black. You want people who put on everything is white. You want people who put on, you name it. They are all there. They all have their groups, right? So you find that particular group that you are looking for, or those particular groups that you are looking for. Sometimes with the products, you can also say, okay, I have this product tailor-made for the youngsters, and then you find the youngsters in the youngster sites. Like, let's say Snapchat, you will find more these days the youngsters. And then if you have that same product, but now you have tweaked it a bit so that it fits a particular group, maybe like the elderly generation, like maybe our generation, then come on Facebook. You will find us also booming around there. That's what I mean. So know your particular market and know where to find it, because different groups are using different medias. And also know that different social media types, networks, they also have different things. Like, for example, Snapchat, and not Snapchat, Instagram is quite popular for pictures than it is for videos, right? Whereas on Facebook you can throw in everything, right? So you have to know those differences. But don't forget, I'll get deeper on Instagram later on, and we'll talk about more. Okay, that's the examples as I'm going. Okay, and then, like, when you can also sell, like I'm saying, that's why we are here to say it's not just about telling your story. Yes, putting an individual story, like, like these days people are tired of these tailor-made uh um Photoshop thing that looks too perfect. There is already lots of that on the market. The market is crowded with that. Put a story, put a soul into what you're selling. Right. Let's say you are a tailor. Talk about what made you start. What made you get started? Like, I'm saying, I'm a life coach here. I can tell you that's like, okay, my life story, where did I come from? Maybe somebody somewhere helped me and gave me good ideas. And then from that, I knew that, I am where I am because some people helped me. Right. And that's my story. If you look at it, you'll find that I am here really where I am because I had so many other good people behind me who carried me, who helped me, who pushed me through. Even when I was feeling like giving up, who came like, come on, baby, you can do it. Come on, girl. Come on, Mrs. Soren, so you can do it. Right. And now that, because of that advice and that support that I got, and I am here where I am, where I'm saying, I learned all this information along my way. Here I am, guys. This is information that can help you and me. Pick what you want to pick from what I'm saying. You see what I mean? So let's be particular about that, to say, I am already selling myself. And because of my story that I'm telling you, that somebody, somewhere, helped me. I'm putting a soul to my story. To say, when you are now looking at Vimbai Chiwuswa, you will listen to what I'm saying, right? But you might want to dig deeper. Who is she? Where is she coming from? That's when you go back to my about on my pages and it's like, what did she say about herself? That's where you put your story that makes you different from Mr. ABCD. That makes you different. So put a soul to your story, right? So your story starts starts your selling, because it connects you with the people who are following you, right? And then put good quality pictures of the products that you're selling, right? You can put um your pictures, your images, right? You can put the description, but make sure the description you are writing matches, I mean, really matches what you are selling, not putting wrong descriptions to mislead people. You do that, some people can sue you big time. Okay, and there are people who are being paid to do that. Keep fishing out those, like promiscuous people who cheat others, right? They are really, it's a real big business now that people are finding people like you who would want to put wrong information. Okay, so that's one thing to say. We can sell on media. Your picture that you are selling should represent exactly that thing that you are selling. Because remember, you are not there to say this. I can tell you, this is a bottle of water, and I'm selling it to you with this blue whatever label. And then when I'm sending it to you, imagine then I send you something that looks quite different from what you saw. Remember, the people on the media, they are buying basing on what you have sold to them, what you have shown them, what they have read. So your product must match whatever you are selling. Okay, so that's on that. All right, so like different medias have got different ways of selling. Some will talk as we are going, right? To say like some is just a button to say, okay, you've put your prices there, you've put all the information, then you agree there is a basket, a shopping basket, click everything in the shopping basket, pay out, you are gone. Okay, and you ship the things. That's one way of doing it. Or sometimes people will have to make a bank transfer, and then you send. One thing is never put your bank details straight on the social media, okay? Because there are so many thieves around, and they are really clever. They will wipe your bank account. All right, and you don't want that, so don't you do that, and then you come back and say life coach told you to do that. No, no, I'm not saying. I say be careful with your payment methods, right? And you don't want also people to use your website to steal from people, right? Like they pretend they are now you and using your website to steal from other people. So make sure whatever paying method you are using is secure, so that you are protecting not only yourself, but you're protecting your customers as well. You want your customers to come back, right? And the customers that come back are the best that you can do for yourself. Okay. If there is anything else, no, before I go away on this one, you have to grow your presence. All right. Sorry. By growing your presence, I mean you have to like you just don't expect that you put things today and then everybody's already looking for you and doing things. You need a lot of patience. You need a lot of encouraging people. You need to start with your own friends, Christ, your families. Say, guys, look, this is my product. Can you please like my videos? Can you please look at what I'm doing? Right? And that way you start growing your viewers, you start growing your customers, and you have to be consistent, right? Make sure you have enough information so that people will continuously look for you, like reading what you are doing, right? And then from there you will see that you'll be fine. Because if you come today, you put something and then you disappear, people will forget about you, right? And you don't want people to forget about you. You want them to constantly remember you. So that's why you are continuously putting information like context on your different social medias. Okay, so it can, if like I'm not saying do it every day because it's time consuming. So you can choose to say I just want to post once a week, and then that once a week, you make sure it's really once a week. Or you can say, I want to post it every second week or whatever intervals that you do, but make sure it's consistent. So you really need consistency in this. Okay. Like I said, careful with what you put on your media, because your profile, right, is the persona that is standing in for you. Because you won't be there to talk for yourself, but people are reading what you have put in. Okay, as this persona is there, it has to stand in like well represented. Why I am saying that? Because these days almost every second, third, fourth person is on the media. If they are, whether they are buying, whether they are selling, they also look whether it's a job. So careful with what you put online, please. Right? Because some content that we put online can cost you a job, right? Because you are now embarrassing those that you are working for. They don't want to be associated with the behavior that you are presenting online. So it can cost you a job. So some or cost you business to say like, oh no, our company policies that they don't go hand in hand with this kind of behavior, right? We have heard of stories of people pulling big business, losing big businesses because of bad behavior, right? So that's one thing. You never know who is looking, right? And like I said, social media never forget, or internet doesn't forget. Whatever you have put off your hands, you have no control over it, right? Once it goes online, it goes. Can manipulate it, people can do whatever they do with it. It's no longer out of your hands. So be careful to protect your family, protect your loved ones, and even protect yourself with whatever context you are putting. Choose what you are putting carefully. Choose who you make your friends. Because I Google somebody, if I research on somebody, I want to know who does this person associate with. So some friends, some people are better left outside of your web pages because of the context they are using. It's not you who's doing it. Maybe we all know that phrase that show me your friends and I'll know who you are. So that still works and it's real, right? And then West now where everybody's a detective, right? So just be careful with what you put online, okay? Because you never know who is looking, who is watching, who's researching. And some people, if you have enemies, they will dig out that kind of information to come and ruin your career that you work for. Okay, so careful with that. So, social media, I said again, continuation. We are talking Facebook with about, as for January 2019, we're talking millions here. 2,271 registered users that could be at your disposal, depending on what you're doing. All right. We're talking of YouTube. YouTube had 1,900 viewers. I mean, active registered viewers. No, not viewers, users. Users. Okay. And WhatsApp had about 1,500. We are talking, like I said, we are talking millions. And imagine if you were talking with your mouth, would you be able to talk to so many people? It would take you, I don't know how many years, so many people, right? And yeah, like I said, these are just examples. So we're talking of WeChat with about 1,089 users, active users. I mean, Facebook Messenger with about 1,300 service users, right? And you know what I'm talking about. So we're talking of big numbers here, right? Look at another popular one, Twitter. Twitter with about 326 million active users. Sorry. And Snapchat, I mentioned Snapchat earlier on. Snapchat with about 287 million users. LinkedIn with 303 million users. So if you put what I'm trying to say here, or what I'm saying here is, if you make your if you make your if you make your context well, if you perform it well, the chances are high that you will also enjoy from these millions of people that are online. And in most cases, you'll be doing this from your own house. So what could be better than this? That you are doing whatever you are doing from your own house. Nothing's better than that. All right. Okay, so that's will be that, isn't it? Just to give you the numbers, just to give you a picture of what exactly are we talking about here. Okay. Yeah. So let's look at what is Twitter. Or what is Twitter good for? So Twitter is good for short instant messages, right? You can put like whatever, like an event that you've been visiting or whatever product you are selling, and then you can Google them. They're like, if you want, you can Google the location where you are, or you can Google, you can link, you can link the product that you are selling. You can link your product with the industry that you are selling, and to link these, we are using so-called hashtags, right? Like that looks like this H with the two lines. Okay, so this hashtag, you can say, let's say I'm selling hair products, right? For let's say hair products for the African community and natural products, natural hair products. You see what I mean? So I can say I've created my own brand, right? Like Chiwuswa, like it's Chiwuswa hair food, right? And then I'll say hashtag Chiwuswa, and then hashtag the natural hair food, hashtag I want the African community to look at this product. African community hashtag. So with each hashtag that you are putting, you are connecting your product with the different organization, different people, different groups that you want to be looking into this product. So anybody who come now looking for natural hair products, bingo, yours will pop up in because it's under hashtag natural hair products. Okay, so you can put different keywords. You can put them as keywords. Say like, okay, hashtag these different keywords into your description of whatever short message that you're putting, right? So that's one way of doing it. That's Twitter. So like, and then you can also use it to tag somebody. And then I've put like all these my different hashtags: natural product, African community, blah blah blah. And then I can say hashtag it Rufaro, right? Maybe because Rufaro is my friend and I want Rufaro to know that I have this product and I've mentioned her into this. Maybe we are friends and I've been telling her about it. Or maybe she makes something similar. Right? But the fact that I've tagged her on this my message, she will get a notification that Rufaro, somebody mentioned you, like Chiwuswa mentioned you. So Rufaro will know. What did she talk about? She will come and look into my my article into my Twitter to see what did I put. Okay, you know the other thing that works is because I've tagged Rufaro into this product of mine, right? Their friends and their friends will also see what I tagged on Rufaro. You see where we are going. So instead of you tagged one person, right? But you have tagged actually a chain of different people who are following this friend of yours with this just one message. And then the thing just continues going, snowballing as it going on. Okay, so that's Twitter for you, right? It enables you to focus on this one little message, though it will go on to like really many different people if you tag it like really well and if you hashtag it properly, connecting it. Okay, so it will help you build networks as well. You can actually go on Twitter to look for people with like minds, right? Following what they are saying, commenting on what they are putting as well. And then because you're commenting on what other people are writing, they will start following you as well. Because they are now following you, you kind of become a network and you continue like that. Okay, you can put pictures, you can put photos, you can put videos. Important in Twitter is that, like I said, it's short messages, right? Put your details on that. That will link to your website, to your Facebook account, to your Instagram, to your etc., etc., etc. You know where everywhere else where you are going. So make sure you make use of that. The next group, as I've said, is Facebook. We are on Facebook on one platform here to say why is Facebook popular. Like we have read, that is one of the most big growing social medias. It's actually almost now impossible to think of a life without without Facebook, right? Okay, so with Facebook, we can connect our friends. We can hashtag on Facebook as well. We can tag people on Facebook. We can tag groups, communities. We can tag websites. So, but it all starts with you creating an account. And like I said, all these accounts, most of them, just opening an account is not paid for, it's free. So you open up your personal account, and then you can start from your personal account, you can start opening up like other you can open up pages, right, that are business pages connected to your personal account, right. The idea is your business page or your charity page or your political page that you have created will be held differently from your website, from your personal page. They'll become two separate entities. That means friends that you did not connect with your page, with this business page, will not see what you are writing on this private page. And these private people that you just put on your private page will not see what you're writing on your personal page, because they are different entities. And you can have as many pages as you like, right? There is no, as much as I know, there's no limit on that. Okay, as you are creating the different pages, you can see, is it a personal, is it a business one, is it a charity, is it a fundraising? It's all there. So you can do quite a lot with Facebook. Okay. And Facebook has got a market as well, where you can go. Facebook like is a marketplace or market area where you can go and properly to sell. And if you go there and you start just talking blah blah blah, they will tell you, hey, you get away, we are selling things here. Okay, so you go in there, you still same applies to what we've been talking about. You go and sell, make sure your products are authentic. Okay. All right. So like everywhere else, Facebook has got rules. You make sure you abide by the rules. Otherwise, they will kick you out or they will close your tap the channel. Your they reserve the right to block you or close your account. Okay, same applies to everybody else. Okay, so like here you can put photos, you can put videos, you can do live streaming like we are doing now. Yeah, you can actually you Facebook. In fact, almost all of these social medias, they've got tutorials of how to do different things, right? So make sure if you get stuck, look into their tutorials, okay, to say what are they doing. And with Facebook, especially particularly Facebook, you can put your information according to the location as well. Like I am in Blackpool now, I can say my information, I just want people in Blackpool to know that. You can do that. So it gives you quite a lot of opportunities of what you can do with Facebook. Okay, so like if we want to know more about just Facebook, we can get back to it. Like I said, I'm just touching base here, just that we have an idea of what's going on. Okay, and what media to use when. Okay, so I said like this next one will be LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional page where you can go in to look for like minds who are professionals. Let's say I'm an occupational therapist student. I can go there particularly to look for professional occupational students or people or professionals, occupational therapists who are already professionals and working in the field, just to get like learn more from them, network with them, that kind of thing. Get advice, get like ask them questions, or they're actually, that's one way of doing it. And then on LinkedIn, yeah, you can go actually to advertise yourself, to say if you are a recruiter, you go on LinkedIn and say, I'm an HR, I'm a recruiter. I am looking for engineers in this session, specialized in put like to the last dot. Believe me, somewhere, somebody's on that LinkedIn who fits that's what you are looking for. People will contact you, right? You can put the general advert, or you can pay a little bit more, so that you have like what I was talking about, paying, so that you have more access to other particular specialized, what's the word for that? Or things that are being offered, services. Yeah. Okay, so there is that. right? But if you just want to go and say like simple Googling and simple checking, you can do that without paying anything. Okay, on LinkedIn, you can promote your business and you can look for you can target new clients, you can target make meet new people, right? And on LinkedIn as well, they are like for almost for every profession you can think of, there are courses, there are online courses, right? Where you can actually sit for have a whole seminar from your house out of your house, whether you have a glass of wine or a cup of tea, you have that. So on LinkedIn, you can post articles, photos, blogs, videos, and so on. Right. And there's also for those who are into business, a LinkedIn small business dot link small business dot linkedin.com. So check that one out and see how you can best use it to your advantage. Like we said, we are promoting ourselves, so we are selling. All right. So let's make use of that. All right. Let's see. What else are we talking about? Next one will be, yeah, you can follow on LinkedIn, you can follow people and they can follow you as well. All right. So let's make use of that. All right. That's one thing. And then or you can also create your own groups, yeah, of people that you are looking for. Okay, you don't have to always wait or join other people's groups. You can go in and start your own group, and then you create your own followers. All right. Next one will be Instagram. Like I said before, Instagram, like its search is mostly, it's a search engine for videos, right? You can put like video. You can put videos as well. Mostly they are real quite short ones, like really snap like short videos. You can put or you can also put long videos. I know like at one time I had like a live session like now I don't use Instagram. It worked well. Okay. So you have also pictures, and as much as I know Instagram became popular mostly for pictures, right? Um in Instagram, you can use, like I said, now I know there's this videoing, video live streaming, right? And you can put videos, you can put text as well. All right, and there's also business.instagram.com, so you can make use of that as well. Yeah, and like I said, pictures are good. You can follow pictures, you can follow people, you can comment as well, right? Yeah, that would be it on Instagram. Okay, the next fastest growing one is YouTube. Right, YouTube. Okay, so on YouTube, it's mostly video content, right? So with video content, we are talking you can be selling things, you can be introducing yourself, like your products, right? You can be doing testimonials, you can doing demonstrations, you can doing presentation. The list goes on and on and on, right? You can talk from your house like I'm doing now. I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, and I'm just talking to you guys and doing my life coaching. So it's also on on YouTube, right? There is this opportunity to live stream, or you can upload your videos that you've already pre recorded, pre-recorded. Yeah. Okay. So YouTube is owned by Google. And that means if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. You just have to activate it so that it becomes like really you are now using it. Okay. So if for those who would want to create their YouTube or really make use of it, you can give it a try. If you get stuck, do let me know and then we can make a proper session on that on its own. Because like I said, it's quite a lot of information to try and take everything on one session. Okay. Um so with using YouTube, it also helps you in in your Google ranking. Remember, Google works with ranking so that like when you are searching for things, like I always say Google, or we have heard everybody have heard the word Google. We say if you are Googling, right, you will see that there are some when you type in something on Google and say enter, oh, okay, you will see a long list, right? A long list of different articles that are coming. Those articles are already ranked, right? For you to be able to stand among the first page when you say Google, that's what we are talking about. So if you are now using the YouTube channel, which is part of the Google family, that helps you on your ranking status, so that maybe the more you use it, the more you will also start coming up. Because some people have to pay lots of money to be at the beginning, right? And the more words as well they are used, there are tricks to doing that we will talk about in the next session. We won't cover that today. So I just want to explain that when we talk of like ranking, it assists in ranking, like YouTube assists you in Google ranking. That's what it means. That where does your article stand on this Google search if people are searching about you or your products? Okay. So that would be that. So YouTube is for three particular groups that are quite popular, as in the runner, so to say. The first one being educational, right? There is educational videos like what I'm doing now. I would want to classify myself like it's an educational one, right? We of course we are talking, we are chatting, we are advising each other, we are exchanging. Okay, so it comes in, okay, and that will be under Googling. And you know why I'm saying education? Try today. If you ever get stuck on doing anything, go on YouTube and say, YouTube, I'm looking for doing this. I'm searching for how to do something like this. Hello, Clara, you're welcome. Right. It's good to see you. Okay, so you know when you do that, you see it will give you lots of people who are doing, right. So, like, I'll give you an example. Let's say, as we are talking now, as I'm talking to you now, there is something that you have tried to do and you have failed, right? Go on YouTube, right, like now, and say, okay, let's say taking a let's say, what example can we use? You have a laptop, or even your phone. Let's try and say, write the name of your phone, right? And then the mark of the model of your phone, and then ask Google, ask YouTube, how do you get a screenshot from your phone? You will see what comes up. So you have people from their houses who have tested and tried all these different things, who will pop up with their videos. Some are 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 1 hour, and they will explain it to you bit by bit until you have it. If you don't make it, you go back again and try again until you understand what they're saying. Or you find this one is not professional for you enough, go to the next one. So you will have that variety. You have people from everywhere. Okay, so that will be on education. And like when I'm talking education, we have like simple things like I'm talking YouTube. I was talking to my Shona and Debel advert. I was saying on Tuesday, no, on Thursday, I had an exam. And as I was preparing for that exam, I had already read what different things that we talk about. So I went on YouTube and I said, YouTube, explain, like YouTube, I'm looking for occupational therapy processes, right? And I had a lot of people giving their views on what is occupational therapy, right? And you know what I mean? That is a professional thing that I'm talking about here. So you have Dr. So and so coming in to say, giving her own his or her own explanation of that. Or you have a person like Vimbai who has read it and have understood it from my house, and I'll say, guys, this is how I have understood this. I hope it will help you. Okay. And then somebody is, that's the kind of thing, or somebody has held a seminar somewhere and then they've shared their seminar with you. Okay, so there are so many reasons why people put educational information on YouTube, or some are doing it because they are practicing for an exam or practicing for whatever. Okay, so we become like the viewers to benefit from that. All right, so yeah, that's that. And then the next group is entertainment. Either you are singing, you are doing comedy. I think some of you people have heard that, like all of a sudden there's somebody who's become a big runner all of a sudden because they put their videos on YouTube. And because they went viral, somebody now, big people are looking for them. They've won contracts to sing, dance, or even get into some shows, or they now have their own shows because somebody somewhere discovered them on YouTube and made them big. But maybe it's your time to shine. Give it a try. You've got nothing to lose. Either you will have less viewers or you will have more viewers. So give it a try. Okay. So the next one will be promotion. Like, yeah, so you can go in like now to say, hello, I am life coach Chiwuswa and I'm here to talk about my services. And then I'll be telling you, I offer this, I offer that, and that, and that. You want to know how much it costs? Contact me on, I'm promoting myself, right? Or I am actually paid by somebody who's offering, like the ladies, I can promote clothes, right? I can promote even how to use YouTube, like their videos on how to use YouTube. It's all promotion, right? So it all depends on who are you promoting, who's paying you. Okay. Interesting on YouTube is that YouTube pays, right? That means if you have, like now, I'll give you an example of myself, right? Is it, like I just started my channel, my life coach session, then now we have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe on my channel. I always say that. And I really mean it. If you haven't, oh, please subscribe on my channel. It will do me good. Why will it do me good? It will do me good in that YouTube has a cut off, a minimum cut off point. Like to say, if you have reached a minimum of 4,000 viewed videos, that means you have built up quite a enormous group of followers that are following you, right? So once you hit the 4,000 viewed minutes, YouTube will start putting advert videos on your videos. And because they are now showing adverts on your videos, you start getting paid. That's why you hear big and small presenters on videos. They say, oh, please subscribe on my channel at the beginning of their video so that you don't forget, right? If they are just starting like me, it means please encourage us so that we will also get to that threshold where we start getting paid as well. Okay, so if we have already gone over that 4,000 and we have like millions and millions of people following us, it's still good because it still means more money is coming into the pockets, right? So, like, that's what we say YouTube pays. So, you build your own channel, build your own content, do it well, advertise it, and see people following up. If you hit the minimum 4,000, you also start getting paid. That's why it pays. Okay, that's where money is. Let's look for money. We are here to promote ourselves and learn what is beneficial. Okay, that will be YouTube and how to make money on YouTube. Before I go far away, there's been a scam that was there, right? But for now, just be careful. If you hear about it, please be careful. That was where you were watching videos, right? And then you were getting paid. You were gonna get paid for doing that. Yeah, for some people it did pay for a while and they did get monies off it, but the thing is just vanished off the air. So just be careful with that. If you hear about that, it is resurfaced somewhere. It does, like I'm saying, for some people it did work. They did earn quite a lot of money with watching videos and getting paid. So, but just be careful who are you joining, who is offering you that service, so that you don't pay and then you get what's the word? I don't want to call people names and call people they are frauding people here. But just be careful. That's all I can say. Yeah. Okay. As a warning shot, because I almost also fell on that trip. But thank God they decided to close before I started paying. I'd already thought I was gonna pay my something pounds so that I can start becoming active and earn more. The thing was really too good to be too good. Okay, but just be careful. There's scams like that online. Okay. Yeah. The next one, and the next one for now for today will be blogging. Right. When we say blogging, normally to blog, people use WordPress. That's the most popular that I know that they use. There might be other ways of blogging, right? But with blogging, we mean it's you who has created like a page of yours, where a platform you make it as a form of a diary. You can write like your stories. You can write like a professional thing, professional articles. You can write reviews. You can go in a restaurant, eat delicious food, and go home and say, I was in such a place today and I ordered this. The service was like this, and the food was delicious, or the food was not. Yeah. And then, oh, please never go back there. Or you say, oh, 5 stars, please go and give it a try. It was marvelous. You take those people where you were to say, like, look at me, I'm also promoting you guys, right? You never know, maybe you will get a voucher to go and have free dinner there. Okay. But that's your thing. Some people who type about they are travelers, they go around the world and they write diaries, or they write about their holidays. They blog about that. We call it blogging. They are blogging about places they have seen, experiences they have lived, what they came across, challenges they faced in these different places they've been to, and how they overcome that. They are putting all that, and it's private. You can put it private to read, or you say, I'm only writing for myself, and you don't publish it. Or you publish it for a particular group of people that you want to see. That's good as well. I said you can write a professional thing. There are Dr. So and so, there are Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so, who are writing really books, good stuff. You can read that and you go into your blog and say, I read this and this is what I think about it, right? And you can put your own comments, your own sugar, your salt, your pepper on that thing, because it's your work, right? Now, I'm not saying go insulting people, right? I'm saying you are giving your critical, positive, your understanding of whatever you have read somewhere, right? Don't go about like trying to devalue other people's work. Those people will have like they work really hard to create their things, their content. So be careful with what you're saying. Okay, you wouldn't want somebody also coming in and messing up with your work. All right, so that's another way of doing it. And I say blogging gives, like blogging, or these different medias rather. Yeah, okay, good. No, let me finish this point first, then I'll go back to what I just wanted to say. When you are blogging as well, blogging can be picked up by these different search medias. To say, like, you have put your stuff and people are looking for things, and your story will also pop up. You can write like novels, like once a week you write a story, short stories or long stories. You can do all that. Or you can start writing a book, right, using WordPress. Today you write you write one chapter bit by bit until it finishes, giving a little bit of it until the whole chapter is finished or the whole book is finished. There are chances of doing that. Okay, you can put into your stuff, into your blog, videos and photos. You can tag also people as well. You can use it for a desired target market as well. Okay, so that will be that on those, like, yeah, as an example, right? So this is where we are going to stop today in terms of talking about like the different groups. This chapter will continue next week, okay, with a bit of the finer details of how to do a little bit of different parts, okay, so that it makes sense to other people. As before we close today, I said, as a few things that I want to mention. To say, if we are going to criticize other people on the YouTube, on these social medias, I don't care which one. If you are going to criticize other people, please be kind. There is no point of using insults. There is no point of degrading people. There is no point of using dirty language. By the way, using all these foul, dirty languages, it only reflects on you. You are actually showing the world what sort of person you are, right? And you, by doing so, remember, with all this social media, we are linked with our own families, our own close friends, business associates, you name it. So imagine, what will they think of you? Remember, I said before, you don't know who is watching. So be kind with the words. Choose your words properly. Like I said, whatever you say doesn't vanish. That's why you see some of these big politicians or personas, they end up coming back after some while to say, like, oh, I'm sorry, I once said this. It was because in some careers they've gone down the drain because of one silly comment that was done in a whatever place. So you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's listening, you don't know who will keep what you're saying. Okay, so please, let's be kind. One thing on, like, when you have something to complain about, let's use constructive criticism, right? Let's not, bang people. You want, like, like bash them their heads, you want to chop them off. No, you want somebody to listen, right? You want somebody to change ways of what they are saying or behavior, but tell them nicely. There are easy and nice words of putting things across. Okay. And this thing of using social media to insult each other is not why social media was created. It's there to be used. Yes, let's use it positively. Let's use our advantages. Some people are busy making money with social media, and some people are busy using social media to insult each other. Let's be wise. Okay, so that's that one on social media, in the use of social media. And then one more thing, there's one thing else that I wanted to comment on. Let me just have a quick look on that. That, when we are using social media, we are actually branding ourselves. We are the product, or the product that we are selling. We have to be careful, right? And then, so, like, if today you are insulting this one on one platform, and then you go on the other one, you try to be an angel, it won't work, right? It won't work. Remember, we've said they are connected. So people move around. They will see you that you are not the angel that you try to be, and they will expose you. And when they do, remember, it won't be nice. Okay. One more very important thing are the copyrights. Please watch out what content you are putting. If you go about taking other people's information, then do say where you're getting it from, because there are other people who are being paid to look for those who are stealing information. And it's big business finding the culprits. Okay? So you don't want to be the culprit. You've been warned, that watch out for the copyright. If it's a song, do say, like, okay, I'm playing the song, it's not mine. If you know who is the owner of the song, do mention them. But if it's a picture that you are using, say where, if you can say where you took it from, do say that you don't own it. So that when they come looking and they find that picture, and some people are really messless, they won't feel sorry for you that you are just a little somebody in this whole big thing. They will still crucify you. Okay? So it's not that you don't get crucified for just one silly thing that you missed, or a little thing that you did in error. Please, for all of us, let's watch out for the copyright. They are not there for fun, they are there for a reason. Okay? All right. Whew, that was a long one. Yeah, I hope you've managed to get some insight on the use of social media, right? And I hope I've helped somebody. Okay, if you do have questions, you have a moment to ask me the questions now. And if you don't ask me now, you can send them in the text, in the comment box, as a message, and then I'll answer them as we go on. And yeah, if you don't do it that way, or you can inbox me if you don't want the whole world to see what you are writing. Okay, and please do subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is Life Coach Vimbai Chiwuswa, and or follow me please on Facebook. Yeah, you never know, maybe Facebook might be bringing some pounds or some dollars, and I also want to earn the dollars. So please do leave some comments for me. Yeah. Oh, Clara, thank you so much. So she said, yes, that's an eye opener. Oh, dear. I am blessed and humbled by that comment. Okay, yes, I'm trying so that we help each other. While we are promoting ourselves, while we are following our dreams, there are tools for us to use. And these are some of the tools that won't cost us much money, but will be very helpful along the way. Okay. So yes, any questions? Another minute before I go away. Anybody with a question for me? I am honest. I am growing as well with all these sessions, and I'm really having fun. Yeah. So, okay, it looks like I don't have a question now. So, looks like I can say thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for tuning in for such a long time. I'm so blessed. Okay, so like next week we will look a bit on use of like the do's and the do's and the don'ts. I touched on them today, but we'll maybe get a bit more into detail with that. And then we will look at sharing the online experiences, using planning, use of keywords, and what are keywords. I mentioned keywords, but what are they? And if you are gonna look for like in the search engines, how best can you use that? And there are things like Google My Business. How do we make use of that? You know, those kind of things. So that will be for next week. That's why I said it's so much information for me to try and compress it today into one session. So I don't want to bore you with all that today. But we will make a fresh session next week, same time. No, yeah, next week, same time. Either no, let's put it next week on Wednesday. Yeah. Next week on Wednesday, I'll put the time, specific time on Wednesday for this session. Okay. But thank you so much once again, and do leave me your comments. And yeah, that was it for today. Love you lots, all of you, and thank you. Your life coach, Vimbai. Cheers. That was on Facebook first, and then we have to cancel it as well. And say thank you so much on YouTube. 1, 2, 3, going on YouTube now.